This is my Cyberpunk look for the Nordic Face Awards 2018. I start to prime my skin using the Total Control Drop Primer and the Hydro-Touch Primer. This keeps my skin well hydrated and protected. Then I use the First Base Primer Spray as well. For foundation I use the HT Studio foundation in 2 different shades, in Vanilla and Warm Ivory. For definition I use the Highlight and Contour Cream palette, packing it in with the stripping brush number 8 and then buffing it out with brush number 3. For outlining my design, I decided to use the Micro Contour Duo Pencil in Light. For the armor plates, I'm using the Liquid Suede Cream Lipstick in Stone Fox. I'm using the doe foot applicator to put the color down and my fingers to blend it in a little bit. I'm also leaving in skin breaks in between each plate so I can put color inside them later. Since this is a creamy formula, it gives me a lot of room to play with and not to have to worry about it drying down too fast. To set the lipstick, I use the Ultimate Shadow Palette in Cool Neutrals, taking the grey and the blue color with the brush number 27, mixing them together and applying it to the plates. This makes it more opaque and will make it look more matte. Next up, I'm using the Strictly Vinyl eyeliner in the shade Don't Bless to clean up some of the outlines of the plates. Then I use the Vivid Sprites eyeliner in Halo to fill in between the plates. This makes it look like there's light in between them. For the base highlight, I use the Vivid Sprite cream color in Endless Skies. With the brush number 19, I start at the top left corner and drag the color down at an angle. I make sure that the highlight on all the plates is dragging down at the same angle. This will make the illusion of a light source bouncing off it. Using That's the Point eyeliner to do my outlines, dragging it randomly in between the highlights at the same angle I put the highlights down. This again makes it seem there's a shadow there, so it will look more realistic. I'm also drawing in some bolts and screws to make it look like this was put on. For this look, I drew inspiration from the movie Elysium and the TV show Altered Carbon. It's a very high-tech era, but the poverty and low life is apparent. To give it more depth, I'm using the Liquid Suede Cream Lipstick in Orange County to fill in some of the yellow. Using the In Your Elements Fire palette, I take the dark green shade with the brush number 30 and do a drop shadow on the plates. A soft shadow also makes it look more real and gives it a lot of depth. After that, I use a flat brush number 14 and drag the eyeshadow at the same angle I put the highlights in. Then I use the Micro Contour Duo Pencil again to contour and highlight the cutout of my shoulder, then blending it in with the Precision Blending Sponge. Filling in some lines with the Vivid Sprite liner in Halo. Now I'm just using some white body paint to give that highlight some extra pop. This will bring the armor plates to life. Now I'm using a sculpturing gel. This is a 3-part gel that you can mold into scars and wounds. This is a very easy and realistic option for SFX makeup. Then I use the lipstick again to do some random plates in between the scars and putting in highlights and shadows as on the other plates. Then I'm taking Ultimate Cool Neutrals palette again and giving the scars a wash of purple and grey. Then taking the Sweet Cheeks palette and brush number 24, giving the scars a little bit of pink and coral. Now I'm using the Micro Contour Duo Pencil again and holding it flat up against my skin and dragging it on the top layers. This will only highlight the top layers of the skin, leaving the shadows untouched. Now I'm just putting in more shadows, giving the whole look more depth. And then I just run the brush number 3 over it to smooth out some of the hard lines. Now for the face. I take the Liquid Suede lipstick again and do a jaw piece and a little face gadget. I use the same highlighting and shadow technique as before. Then I take the Vivid Sprites eyeliner again and do little dots and lines on the gadget. For the eyes, I want to do something simple, so I take the Ultimate Cool Neutral palette again and do Upwards Smoky. Using the brush number 16 to put the color in, and using the brush number 17 to blend it out. Then I take In Your Elements Metal palette with my fingers to put it in the corner. Again with the Vivid Sprites eyeliner in Halo and doing dots and lines on the lids and underneath my eye. the Epic ink liner for the wing. And the metallic eyeliner in gold for the waterline. Then I'm putting on the Worthy Hype mascara. And you can't forget the lashes, and I'm using the Wicked Lashes in Exposed. I want supernatural brows, so I'm using the Love Contours All palette and this lighter brown shade to fill in the brows. Giving my cheeks some blush using the Sweet Cheeks palette with the brush number 5. And then setting all of that with a dewy finishing spray. And for the highlight, I'm using the Love You So Mochi highlighting palette in Lit Life with a brush number 6. And I thought, why not, also putting on the scars and my shoulder. For the lips, I'm using the Duochromatic Lip Gloss in Fair Play, and then using the Love You So Mochi highlighter on top. So this is it. This is my finished look for the Cyberpunk challenge. I hope you liked it, and I'll see you soon. And hey, let me tell you a secret. On the 15th of May, the voting starts, and you can vote every single day, once a day, for your favorite artist, and I hope that artist is me. Just go on to the nordicfaceawards.com and vote for your favorite artist.